What's up, ladies and gentlemen, Spade here, and welcome to November's monthly discussion. Once again, we're doing this last minute. I feel like that's not much of a surprise these days, huh? Regardless, it is November 30th, and the time right now is 1:56 a.m. And well, we might as well just start with pickups, because we've got a lot. So much so to where I was genuinely thinking for a little bit of doing an individual video for it. That's how much we got this month. So for starters, we got this here desk. We got a brand new desk, which literally has the TV, the Wii, PS2, 3, 4, and the Switch all on it, along with the computer, and both of the microphones and TV remotes, and still plenty of space to actually do stuff. End up getting this thing for $80 at Habitat Humanity, I believe. That's the name of the place. $80 for literally a brand new desk. That's as big as this one is nice. I want to say this is maybe a 3 feet one way and 6 feet the other way, I want to say. So this is a pretty big desk. If anything, it kind of reminds me of like the type of a desk you would see in a bank. That's what this desk reminds me of. Regardless, that's what we got. That's one of the things. We also got a plastic container for storage, whatever the hell those things are called. End up getting another one of those. So now I have two. Only difference is this one's a lot bigger. Top of that, picked up a few packs of Tim Hortons hockey cards for the hell of it. I've only opened up 2 so far. I'm probably going to open up 1 more, at least, and eventually I'm probably going to try and sell the others after you can't get them anymore. I've been kind of itching to get hockey cards again. I haven't had any since I was like 10 years old or whatever. I don't know, there's just something about Tim Hortons hockey cards specifically that I want to try and get some of. There are only 3 in a pack though. Even though I don't even follow hockey at all. I need to try and get more into it at some point. Regardless, I also ended up making a trip back to around where we used to live literally a few days ago. And at the local gas station there, this is the last place I ever would have thought I would have seen anything related to anime in any way. Apparently they had Bakugan laser pops. If you don't know what those are literally lasers that are basically suckers. I forget what's the other thing that's similar to those, what they're called. But something along the lines of that. Not actual lasers. So in a way, if I wanted to, I could play with the cats with the laser pointer if I wanted to. Each one actually has a signature background as a laser of the main character slash partner from the newer background series. I only noticed 3 of them that were different, so I picked up one of each. I really need to get around to watching that show at some point. To be honest, I found that interesting that those are there. Last place I would have guessed. Hell, I didn't even know they even had candy like that, to be honest. So it's definitely interesting to find. Whether or not I'll actually eat them, I have no idea. I'm not sure yet. Regardless, we also picked up a few Blu-rays, DVDs, and games. When it comes to Blu-rays, we picked up Big Mama's House. I know I grew up watching that as a kid, but I haven't seen it in so long. I figured, why not? It was at a pawn shop, so I figured, why not? Along with another Blu-ray, which is some dog treasure hunting type movie. I'm not even sure how you say the name of it. So I simply picked that up because it's a dog movie, why not? Both of those are like $2 each, I believe. That or 3. So I figured, why not pick those up? And the other Blu-ray I ended up picking up, which I'm still not sure if I should have or shouldn't have. This one was one I picked up oils out where we used to be, roughly within that area. If I'm even saying this right. Neo Genesis, and whatever the hell the last one is. Some old anime, the complete series. I've always seen some of the characters online over the years, but I know nothing about the show at all. I've really never seen anything for it. So it should be interesting to watch it if I ever get around to it. I also ended up picking up these other 2 DVD sets I picked up at the pawn shop here in the city. American Dad, Volume 9 and 10. I figured, why not? So I got those as well. Were there any other? Oh yeah, right. And again, this other DVD I picked up during the trip back where we used to be. It's some penguin cartoon movie. Not sure how you say the name of it. I picked it up for $1, so why not? It was half sealed, I guess you could call it. That white sticker thing that's on the top of some DVDs that was still on it. So you could kind of half open it up, but you couldn't really. So as far as I could tell, it was unused. So yeah, I just figured why the hell not. Just pick that up and watch at some point. And also, at that same place, I picked up ATV Off-Road Fury 3 for the PS2. Chances are I literally only picked that up to flip it later on. Also got that for $1. It seems like it was basically unused, as far as I can tell. And it also seems like it's complete. So maybe I can get decent extra money out of that at some point. Just gotta get some more price tag stickers off it first, somehow. And also, while I was in the same particular store, I also ended up picking up 2 more mugs for my growing mug / glass collection. And that's all I picked up at that particular random store. And yet we still have more pickups, which is ridiculous. At a used game store here in the city, I also ended up picking up Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights for GameCube. Overall, that's probably one of the more battle conditions for stuff that I've ended up getting when it comes to games. If anything, with how dirty the case was, it honestly reminded me of just seeing some other DVDs or game cases or whatever as a kid when we were growing up and just seeing someone else's stuff just filthy as hell. Just filthy as absolute hell. It kind of brought me back to that a little bit. If anything, I cleaned that up as much as I could. It's looking a lot better than what it was. Sadly, it's not complete. But as if the game works, that's good enough for me. But I also ended up picking up that same day Pokemon Conquest for the DS. I've been wanting to get my hands on this game for ages. Apparently that game came out in 2012. Apparently. I did not think it was out for that long. Just looking at the back of that case. I genuinely thought the game came out like in 2014. Somewhere around there. Almost a decade old. Damn. Regardless, I'm happy to get that to the collection. In the store, it was going for $110, but I got a $10 discount off of it. For some reason, the guy gave me a discount. I ain't complaining though. So I ended up getting that for $100. And the best part about that is, it's complete with everything. And on top of it all, this game was barely even used. a save file that was on it was only for less than 3 hours. So this was barely used. This is amazing. Were there any other pickups? Alright. I already know we picked up Mario Party Superstar since we did a one-off for that. We picked that up earlier this month. And we also ended up picking up a copy of Shin Megami Tensei 5, which I have been playing on my own time, but I'll dive back into that conversation in a bit. But first, I was literally just looking to get a standard edition for the game, and yet I was literally handed a steelbook copy of the game for whatever reason. Regardless, I literally didn't even notice that until I was already in the car and it was paid for, which is kind of insane. So, I guess you could say I accidentally got a steelbook copy. Not sure if I should be bitchy about that or not. But regardless, I do think that's actually everything now. That's all the pickups this month. But yeah, when it comes to games I end up playing this month, played a bit of Mario Party Superstars, even on my own time. I've at least gone through 3 of the 4 boards in the game. Still haven't tried out that last one yet. It's still pretty fun, but I still think it would be a lot more fun if I was playing with someone. When it comes to Shin Megami Tensei 5 and why I decided to play through that on my own time this month, I ended up getting that on the 16th. And I've basically been playing it every day since, for a few hours in the night. So far, I think I've put in just about 25 hours almost already. As it stands, I'm pretty much just trying to rescue some students that were kidnapped by demons, if that tells you roughly where I'm at in the game. Yeah, that's why I end up playing that on my own time and not even bothering to record it. A few reasons, really. One, I do not want to start up any more long playthroughs for quite a while. I just don't. I'd rather focus on the games currently trying to get back to and get those done before diving into any long JRPGs. So that's one reason. The second reason would be I have no idea when I would actually get around to trying to play the game on the channel if I was going to do it blind. Because also, I just want to be in the know-how of at least some kind of a new game release. That many games I've just put to the side to play on the channel blind whenever I get around to it. So I figured, fuck it, why not just play this one on my own time. I gotta say though, this game is an absolute blast. It truly is. Having a lot of fun with it so far. I am playing on normal, and that is also still giving me some difficulty. As it stands, I've gotten 7 game overs so far, and I am actually counting it. This is actually my first time playing through a mainline Shin Megami Tensei game, so yeah, so far I'm actually quite liking it. Obviously, the older ones are definitely a lot harder. Definitely. Regardless, other games I end up playing this month. I tried out Puzzle Kingdoms. That's pretty fun overall, to be honest. I tried to play whatever the full name of the game is. Some Pirates of the Caribbean game for the Wii. I did try to play that and to do a one-off for that. But it seems like I need to get a new Wii nunchuck remote. Because I couldn't do jack sit in that game. Because you need it. There is another one here, but yeah, that's gonna need a lot of cleaning. And I am not willing to touch it. Yeah. So that was a bust after like 12 minutes of recording. I'm not even gonna bother to upload it. Because we literally do nothing. Except walk back and forth in a linear, invisible hallway of sorts. I did try Guilty Party for the Wii as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload that one off or not. I probably will, even though I hate how that ended. Whatever. That was a lot of fun though, I will say that. I did also try Pokemon Battle Evolution as well for like a half hour. Let's just say I did try and do a one-off for that. It was so underwhelming to where, let's just say, I'm going to pawn that off somewhere. And I'm so excited to dive into that too. A game I've always wanted to play, and yet immediate disappointment. You literally need the Nintendo Wii and DS Wi-Fi to basically do almost anything. So it's quite literally pointless. Beyond those games, though, I think I did play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links a little bit this month, early on. That's basically all the games I played this month. Wait, I'm forgetting one. I am definitely forgetting one. Metal Gear Rising. The Jetstream DLC. I was going to dive into the Blade Wolf DLC around the 20th of this month, but I got hooked on SMT5. I will get around to it before this year ends, though. At least that's the plan. When it comes to not wanting to stop any new playthroughs or any longer new playthroughs on the channel, I'm going to say this now because you're going to find it out anyway on December 18th when the finale drops for Persona 4. And at the end of that video, I'm pretty much just talking about what is going to be a 17th Let's Play. And as it stands, at that time I was debating between Persona 5 Strikers, maybe Persona 3 FES, and the original Persona 5. But it's safe to say I've decided Persona 5 will be the 17th Let's Play, but that's not going to happen until East 9 is done. Then we dive into Digimon. When that's done, Tokyo Zenu's gonna be happening. Once that's done, then Persona 5 will happen. And that's when the 17th Let's Play will finally happen. As for the 16th playthrough, I literally haven't played that game since July. I need to get back on that at some point. I think it's probably only going to take me a week to beat that game, though. Considering how far I am, though, how little I actually played the game during July. I only played it like 3 or 4 times. And I'm nearly halfway through the game. So I really don't think it's going to take too long to play through it. Hopefully I'll get around to doing that at some point. As for the 19th playthrough, again being Warrior Whale Get Together, I just need to get around to editing it, if anything, and making the thumbnails. Regardless, that's probably going to go up early next year, if I had to take a guess. We really don't have much ready for next year. We really don't. Either or. So you might have noticed over the past week that the ongoing playthroughs on the channel have changed a bit. Record of Aegis War Zero is no longer there, for one, because I finally decided to just say fuck it and cancel it. But in the playlist itself, in the description for that, there was a little note saying, I may come back to it someday. Something like that. So I may come back to that someday, but as it stands, it is cancelled basically till whenever I'm in the mood to play the game again, if ever again. Because it's been so long at this point. And when it comes to SpadeWant Story Subs with Echo's Memory and Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, both of those playthroughs, both of the playlists have on hiatus in brackets now, which is something I should have done ages ago. Because no matter how you look at it, they are on hiatus. So I really should have just put that in the playlist ages ago. But it's there now. And that'll change for... And that will literally change for Digimon after we're done with East 9. Then I'll take that off of the Digimon playthrough playlist. Once Digimon's done, you know the rule. Same for Tokyo Xanadu. Regardless, I think that's all I really want to talk about when it comes to the channel, if anything. Either or. Huh. There is something else I do kind of want to talk about. At the same time, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what I want to talk about anymore. So I just call it here then? Alright. Almost forgot. This wasn't what I was thinking about, but I almost forgot about talking about it. What the hell did I end up watching this month? Speaking of which, so when it comes to movies I end up watching this month, the first one I ended up watching was Carpool 1996. I ended up watching this on the 2nd during AM. And overall, not quite what I expected, but still pretty good overall. I feel like it's at least a 6 out of 10 for me. When it comes to the second movie of the month, same night, end up watching That Darn Cat, 1997. End up watching both of these movies for the first time. Honestly, this one was at least a 7 out of 10 if I remember. That's how I ranked it after watching it. Don't remember too much about it though. I did go into the movie thinking the cat was going to be a talking cat, but wasn't. Really wish that cat was though. Regardless, a pretty good movie overall. And we'll flip in the page. We also end up watching Pups Alone at some point this month. I forgot to write it down when I watched it. We ended up watching Pups Alone 2021. So if you haven't heard of this one, it's basically Home Alone, but with dogs. Talking dogs. This was pretty good overall. It focused more on the people than I thought it would. Overall, this movie is pretty decent. Although for me personally, I feel like it's at least a 5 out of 10. It's an okay watch overall. You might get a laugh or two at least. The other movie I ended up watching this month. Also forgot to write when I watched this one as well. But I ended up watching Sweet Home Alone, aka Home Alone 6. Home Alone 6. Basically. Honestly, this one was definitely different. I'm not going to say much about it, because I don't want to really spoil anything. But it is at least worth a watch. And in my opinion, out of the 6 Home Alone movies, they're all now, this is at least the 4th best. With the 4th one and 5th one being the 2nd worst, in my opinion. So this one's pretty decent overall. That's basically it for movies. When it comes to TV shows, following the new season of The Curse of Oak Island, which that's going to be going on for a few months. So I'm watching that as usual whenever that drops a new episode. Also been watching The Engineering That Built the World, I believe is the name of it. That show might be finished now though. Hoping there's more to it though. Also ended up watching a lot of Storage Wars US for some reason. Don't know why, but I did. I watched a few seasons at least. Seasons in random order, basically. Don't know why I watched so much of it, but I did. Still got plenty more to watch too. What else? That cannot be it. There's gotta be something else. Maybe some episodes of United States of L. I think I watched a few episodes, and I'm butchering everything. I think I watched a few episodes of that early on this month. I think I'm just waiting for new episodes to drop at this point. I think. Alright. Been watching the new season of Family Guy as well. So far the newest season isn't too bad actually. Again, not the best, not the worst. It's turning out to be better than the previous season. At least I think so. Also watched a few episodes for Cheat Day USA. It's basically a food show. It's kind of interesting. I think I watched a teensy bit of wrestling this month. Early on, but not too much. I've got a lot to catch up on though. Also been watching Great Escapes with Morgan Freeman. Freeman, my bad. Regardless, I've been watching that. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty interesting overall. And I think that's actually everything. I did watch a random episode in Raw for Dual Matsus King exclamation point. Yeah, I think there's actually a show called Dual Matsus King, and then there's another one with an exclamation point. So it's kind of confusing. I watched a random episode for that. I think that was episode 19. Beyond that, I think that's actually everything. And when it comes to YouTube discussions, I think that's just gonna happen whenever. Because I don't necessarily have anything to really talk about yet. For that, at least. I might have something in mind to talk about. And I'll have to debate about that while this is rendering. Yeah, either or we're gonna call things here. So yeah. I think that's basically everything. So until next time, stay golden. Number 90 is next month. Damn. We're pretty close to 90 monthly discussions. That is wild. See you then.